Hey guys, James saying, so this is a video of many examples to answer the question, can you use an anamorphic lens and shoot like solo, shoot yourself in cinematic mode with the anamorphic lens? And the answer is yes. But you have to use certain settings to make it work. So I'm going to show you a whole bunch of different examples using I have a Beast Grip 1.33 anamorphic lens using Beastcam, which I like the app. It's a little more challenging if you're doing it solo. Doesn't have face tracking, so that's one of the drawbacks of like Filmic Pro. Well, I haven't used Filmic Pro in over a year now, so but it never had face tracking before. So I'm shooting in cinematic mode right now. So the nice thing about cinematic mode, like if I moved over here to this third, I have face tracking. I'm going to be in focus. Whereas I can set on Beastcam, I can set where I want the focus to be, but not if I move. Not if I move over to this third over here. Well, cinematic mode will do that because it has face tracking. As I'm recording, I can see the box on my face. It's following me around. So there are times I didn't think cinematic mode was going to work. Granted, most people probably get an anamorphic lens, so you want to do landscape, you want to do some interesting architecture, widescreen shots that you want. But I was curious, could I make this work filming myself? And so I want my skin to look normal, and I want a shallow depth of field. So Beastcam, it looks great on me, but I can't get a shallow depth of field with Beastcam. So I'll show you some examples shooting at the regular lens and shooting telephoto lens. I have some diopters. I got some 2, 4, 8, and 10 diopters. The 4 does make the depth of field a little more shallow, but it had the camera had trouble staying focused on me. It would go in and out of focus, especially in indoor lighting. Does a little better with outdoor lighting. And I'll show you examples. Cinematic mode and the anamorphic lens looked horrible using the default lens on cinematic mode, the wide angle lens. Made my skin look weird and bubbles, bumps and wrinkles and just weird stuff. I thought, oh, this isn't gonna work. I want that shallow depth of field, but not looking like a monster. So what does work is surprisingly, is shooting at a higher f-stop on the telephoto lens in cinematic mode. So right now, I'm shooting at f10. This is cinematic mode using the telephoto lens. F8 yesterday, or 2 days ago, F8 looked pretty darn good. Now I'm seeing what F10 looks like. So let's get to some of those examples and see what does the beast mode look like as far as the skin and the depth of field when you're using the wide angle lens versus the telephoto. Let's look at some cinematic mode, all with the anamorphic lens, either shooting wide angle or telephoto. Oh, and putting a neutral density filter on the Beastcam is great when you're shooting Beastcam anamorphic lens. But when you're shooting on the cinematic mode on the iPhone and neutral density filter with the anamorphic lens, horrible, horrible results. I don't have the answer why, but I can show you the results that I got. So the answer is yes. Can I use the anamorphic lens with cinematic mode on the iPhone? The answer is yes, if you shoot with the 3 times telephoto lens and you actually shoot at a higher f-stop, which will still give you the blurred background, the nice shallow depth of field. So let's look at some of those examples. Okay, so now this is recording with the anamorphic lens, but I'm shooting in cinematic mode because now I want to de-squeeze this when I get to DaVinci Resolve because I want that blurred background. I don't want to have to shoot in some Filmic Pro or Beast mode, Beast Cam, because they don't blur the background. So if this can be de-squeezed, then this would be great. Let's see what it looks like. This is shooting in cinematic mode at f3.5, and in image stabilization is turned off. So in the other video, image stabilization was on. So it's in cinematic mode that makes my face look. That's at 5 feet. And then this is at 3 feet. Hopefully with the image stabilization off, the skin tones will look better. I don't know. We'll see. It does. So this, I'm shooting at f8. Not that I don't think it matters for you what the f-stop is set at. And this is with image stabilization off. So this is using cinematic mode, f8, 3x tele, and neutral density filter is on. I wanted to make a quick video. This is shooting. This is film at 5 with image stabilization was on. And I think I need to be closer. Make sure you get my wave. All right, so this is cinematic mode. Originally recording it at 4.5. There is no neutral density filter. And right now, let's see if this has my face. I'm about 8 feet away from the camera, and I see that it does have my face. So I think got really wildly varying different results with cinematic mode. The first time I did it, I was really close, like 20 feet from the camera. I got all this bubbling on my skin. It really looked weird. Okay, hey guys, James saying this is a series of comparisons. I got the Beast grip with the 1.33 anamorphic lens, and I shot some initial video yesterday, and I was pretty close. Right now, I'm 5 feet away from the camera. Beastcam in tele mode with no neutral density filter. Beastcam tele mode, no neutral density filter. I think I like this better. Where's that other plant? So this, I need to be. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. All right, so I already said this is Beastcam. And I've got the reticle right on my face and the exposure right on my face. I'm using the normal lens, and I'm about 3 feet away from the camera. Beastcam normal lens, 4+ diopter. It's really hard for me to see if my face is in front. I was doing some of this in studio last night with one ring light, one hair light. It just would not stay focused. The 2+ diopter stayed focused better on my face, but the 4, and then nothing was in focus on the 8 and 10 diopter. So right now, as I sit here and look, I think I'm in focus. I think I'm in focus right here. And it looks like the background may be a little bit out of focus. So like I said, the challenge, because I'm doing this solo, I have the reticle and the exposure on my face. But if I was talking and I got over here, like, I don't know if that's, let's see if that's focusing on the back. Or if I was over here doing something and I could be talking, it's like, oh, am I on? Let's get, now my face is on the square and the circle. So I don't know, maybe to be a little closer, we'll see how this, I mean, this is literally, I can almost touch the lens sitting here. So whatever the, I don't know what the length of my arm is. Hey guys, James saying, so this is a video to see about answering the question of, can you use an anamorphic lens, and this one happens to be from Beastcam 1.33 anamorphic lens, with the iPhone 14 Pro Max using cinematic mode? And the answer is yes, under certain conditions. So the reason what I'm trying to find out, I have done a number of videos where there was some weirdness to my skin, and I've still got to go back and review, but I think it's because I'm either in lower light, it's getting really late in the day, and I had a neutral density filter on, and image stabilization on the iPhone, it's called enhanced stabilization, was turned on. That's where I get the weirdness of the skin. I didn't think it was going to make a difference because it's on the iPhone's on a tripod. It's not moving at all. But the bad skin tones is when image stabilization was on. But the reason I want to use cinematic mode is two main reasons. One, I want this shallow depth of field because I think it looks good. And two, you know, there is there is face tracking. So, you know, I can move over to the thirds like I am here, and I can see the box. Actually, I'm gonna telephoto. Let me get up here. Yeah, so I can see the boxes on my face, and so I don't have that if I'm being a solo operator trying to use Beastcam or Filmic Pro or something that doesn't have face tracking. If I get off where I set the focus point in Beastcam, well, I won't be in focus. So I can easily move forwards and back, move over to the thirds here, and because there is face tracking in cinematic mode, as well as this beautiful blurred background. So that was my goal. Okay, guys, and so the answer is yes, you can use the anamorphic lens with the iPhone 14 Pro Max cinematic mode. How I got the best results, I shot with the 3x telephoto lens. Doesn't really matter what f-stop you shoot at because in iMovie, that's one of the great things. You can change the f-stop after you have filmed it. And then you can now put it to whatever editing software that you use. I use DaVinci Resolve, but I'm sure it would work in all of them. Additionally, so the 3x telephoto lens, f-stop 5.6 to 10, that gave the best balance for me. Depends on your lighting conditions, so experiment with it. And hopefully this answers some of the questions that you might have about these two pieces of equipment. All right, guys, if you liked the video, hit the thumbs up. It would help my channel. And if you found the information helpful or useful, consider subscribing to the channel. And if you do, remember to turn on notifications so that you don't miss when the next video comes out. All right, guys, thanks so much. We'll see you in the next video.